Welcome back, Chantilly. Today is Monday, April 13th, 2026.
And in today's show, it's
A student's car detailing business.
and government transparency with the Epstein files.
And you're watching the Nightly News.
I'm Johnny Fernandez,
And I'm John Kaminsky.
and here are your morning announcements.
Today, tennis is playing against Centerville at 4 p.m. Boys at home, girls away. Also today, soccer will be playing against Herndon. Boys away and girls at home, with JV at 5:45 and varsity at 7:15. Baseball will also be playing today against Freedom High School at 6:30. JV at home and varsity away.
Tomorrow, varsity softball will be playing at home against Madison at 6:30. Also tomorrow, baseball will be playing against Westfield at 6:30, JV at home and varsity away. Varsity tennis will be playing against Westfield on Wednesday at 4, with girls at home and boys away. On Wednesday, boys outdoor track has an away game at 4:45 against Centerville. Girls soccer will also have an away game that day against McLean, JV at 5:45 and varsity at 7:15. Finally, girls lacrosse has an away game against Washington Liberty High School, JV at 6 and varsity at 7:30.
Today, 8th graders will be visiting Chantilly for the Rising 9th Graders Charging Up event. This brings a slight change to our schedule. On Monday, a B-Day, 4th period will be replaced by homeroom, and on Tuesday, an A-Day, homeroom will be replaced by 4th period.
Tickets for the class of 2026 all-night grad party are available. The party will be at Funland on June 3rd, 11 p.m. There will be casino games, laser tag, go-karts, unlimited video games, soft drinks, and hourly prizes all night. Scan the QR code to get your tickets now. Hey, have you ever wished someone could just clean your car for you?
Yeah, I can never find the time to give it a proper wash.
Well, local student entrepreneurs are doing just that. Let's go to Jamie for more.
Rent It DMV is a student-run mobile car detailing service right here in Chantilly. They offer everything from a quick exterior wash to a full interior and exterior detailing, all brought directly to your doorstep.
So basically, we have free options for packages. We have interior is $35, and then our premium detailing is $75.
Exterior wash will take like 30-40 minutes, but if you're doing inside outside, it depends, maybe like an hour or two. But for like a really big SUV, if it's like a really deep cleaning, probably like 3.
My car, like the tires and stuff, like the rims were like look like brand new, like the inside too, like a lot of like the dirt and stuff was like gone.
We're hustlers. We're two twins. You know, we're not gonna cook your car up. We're gonna like give it love and give passion, just like if you were cleaning your car on yourself on like a Sunday morning.
So one service I offer is headlight restoration. So if your headlights are yellow, I can make them clear, and it has like a 1 or 2 year warranty.
Yeah, it was definitely worth the price because he also came to my house and then he just did it right in front of my door. I didn't have to go anywhere.
I travel to customers in like the Northern Virginia area, like this Chantilly area, so I travel to them.
There's actually a couple ways people can book our services. One, they can call the phone number listed. Phone number listed here. Or you can DM us on Instagram. Or what we love to see you book on our website, renteddmv.com.
I think I'm pretty experienced. Like I done over about like 30 cars.
I would recommend it to others because it was like fast and convenient, and it's pretty cheap too for car detailing and wash.
Using top quality products and professional techniques, Rent It DMV ensures every car sparkles. Well, this has been Jamie Nowicki for the Nightly News. Now back to you.
Now that's what I call a clean ride.
Definitely, and all while supporting a student business.
Hey, new information keeps coming out about the Epstein files, but it's getting confusing.
Yeah, it's one controversial topic, but good thing our reporters aren't afraid of controversy. Over to you, Nicole.
Jeffrey Epstein was a wealthy financier who was arrested in 2019 on sex trafficking charges involving minors and was also cited for money laundering and tax crimes. His case drew major attention because of his ties to powerful people, most notably President Donald Trump, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, and former British Prince Andrew. The Epstein Files Transparency Act was signed into law last year and mandated that the Department of Justice release all files within 30 days. Since then, only about 50% of the files have been released. This raises a question: how much is the public actually allowed to know?
Our country is replete with examples of what can happen when the government withholds information. Going back to my childhood, the Pentagon Papers and the entire justification for the Vietnam War, the true information was withheld from the public, and we spent 12 years fighting in a war that we had no business being in.
There's a lot of ethical concerns, especially because wealthy people, they can control the narrative more than I can control the narrative. They have more say. They have the power, they have the wealth to shut down an investigation.
It kind of like creates a culture of silence for victims of sexual assault and sex trafficking, and kind of shows that our institutions don't believe in equal protection under the law, or that the law applies to everyone equally.
So what used to happen is people were held responsible for withholding that information, and they paid for it at the polls, and they paid for it in public trust. Sadly, today, withholding and misrepresenting the truth seems to be a badge of honor for many of our leaders.
I don't know why the Trump administration wants to protect a ring of pedophiles and child sex traffickers. I think that's really disgusting and reprehensible, and our executive branch should be ashamed of itself right now.
All of it should be out on the table for everyone to see so we can understand who we're dealing with.
Pam Bondi was fired on April 2nd, and now Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche has 30 days to comply by releasing the remainder of the Epstein files. Well, this has been Nicole Zhang for the Nightly News. Now back to you.
Wow, I can't believe this has been going on for so long. I really hope that the DOJ releases them all soon.
Me too. Now over to Shruta for the weather.
Thanks, anchors. I'm Shruta Naya here with all your highs and lows for our upcoming week. This week, it's going to feel like summer, and it's going to be partly cloudy all week. Starting off with Monday, it's going to be a high of 85 and a low of 64. Then, moving on to Tuesday, it's going to be a high of 89 and a low of 66. On Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 90 and a low of 70. Then, on Thursday, it's going to be a high of 90 and a low of 62. On Friday, it's going to be a high of 83 and a low of 63. That's all for weather. Now back to you, anchors.
It's going to be a hot week. Well, this has been Johnny Fernandez
and John Kaminsky for the Nightly News, reminding you to stay positive, stay safe, and have a great day.
And we'll see you on Wednesday.